What's in here?
This what you want?
Nothing.
You want a name so bad, huh?
Bitch, I've been waiting all season for this.
This episode deserves an Emmy for outstanding performance by a ratchet-ass reality show. Let's talk about it. So this is Sade, and the membrane-ass episode begins with Big Lex, Pretty P, Nunu, and bad, mad, sad, slow, dumbass Dolly sitting by around the campfire talking, honey. And Dolly is looking pathetic and just depressed, honey, because she just came back from the hospital after getting her ass beat by Pretty P. So they're just talking about, oh, I'm excited to be in St. Louis. I ain't never really been there before. All I've done is seen the Ark. They said the Ark. It's the arch, honey, C-H, not a C, a C-H. Where the fuck did these hoes go to school, or did they go to school? So then Chin Check, Summer, and Jazz come outside, and they just sitting there chopping it up. Natalie tells them that they have a house meeting with a special guest, and we all know who that is. So Natalie tells these hoes to get dressed so they can get ready for the house meeting, and then they're gonna go to the club right after. So then it cuts to these bitches getting ready, honey, putting the makeup, the eyelashes, the hair. Ooh, I love the blonde wig, Nunu. You looked it good, you looked it good. So then the girls walk out for the house meeting. Tinkerbella drops it low and drops it down to the flow. I mean, Tinker got a donk. She got a dunk, she got a dunk, she got a dunk, she got a dunk. I mean, damn, that shit is corn-fed, honey, corn-fed. So then Chin Check just kind of does a rundown of what they've been doing that day, how they went to the radio station, things as such as. And then, you know, they start talking about how they came back to the house and it was up, you know, with Rollie and Slim and that whole situation. Natalie points to Summer and is like, who did you fight? And Summer's like, I fought Slim, I fought Slim. And then Nunu is like, I fought Smalley, I fought Smalley. And she means Biggie. And I'm like, girl, that's not really funny. You're kind of giving her a compliment by calling her small. There's nothing small about her. Nothing small about her. Maybe except her courage level. So then Nunu is basically saying what had happened, and she said basically it's still up with Biggie. Like, they're going to fight again. They're going to fight again. Now, Anna Need Her Ass Beat says the next time they fight, Summer needs to stay out the motherfucking business, okay? So Anna and Summer start popping it back and forth, popping it back and forth. Summer's like, who gonna make me shut up? Who gonna make me shut up? Woo-dee-woo-dee-woo-woo-woo-woo. So then you have Tinkerbella telling Natalie about how Pretty P broke Bad Dolly's nose, but then you have Bad Dolly's cheerleader in the background, Big Lex, saying, oh, her nose was already broken. Oh, her nose was already broken. And then Tinkerbell says something funny. It's like, well, it's broken again. Now it's broken again. Yeah. So Big Lex, shh. I feel like Big Lex was just saying shit in the background a lot this episode. I wasn't really feeling her. I wasn't really feeling there. Sit there and shut up before Tommie shoots you. So then Natalie asked Pretty P what the problem was between her and Bad Dolly. And Pretty P says, look, I had texted Emma, okay, and told them what, you know, people were saying about her and how they said, you know, that she's ugly. But Natalie didn't really like that one, did she? Because she's like, bitch, why the fuck are you talking to her about what we said? Like, she's not even on the show no more. And I'm like, Natalie, girl, it's not really even about you. Like, I don't even know why you, like, acting like you have an issue. Like, girl, gone. Girl, gone. So then Bad Dolly comes out and she starts going back and forth with Pretty P about the whole situation, okay? And things get heated, honey, because Bad Dolly starts to walk up on Pretty P like she finna do something, but the people were like, nah, step back, you don't wanna, you know, your hand's already hurt, like step back. And I'm like, yeah, you should step back, bitch. You only got one good arm left, honey. Like, damn, Bad Dolly, you need to let yourself heal, girl. Like, seriously, like, you stupid. Like, you need to choose your battles wisely. Sit down, heal, and get her later, possibly at the reunion. So then Pretty P brings up the fact that, bitch, you have other face to get too. You need to get Tinkerbella and you need to get Tasiki. And Tinkerbella nods like, yeah, we do. And then Tasiki's like, yeah, we do need to fight, but me and her have an understanding. And Dolly was like, yes, when our hands heal up, we gonna squabble. And I guess we gonna see that at the reunion. But Bad Dolly, shit, you about to break your bones again after they healed at that reunion, because Tasiki gonna dog walk you. I mean, Tasiki is undefeated, and bitch, if she is gonna get defeated, they're not gonna be by you. So then Rollie talks about, you know, Slim again, how she received an eviction notice. Everyone's like, what? We didn't even see her leave. Da 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 da. Blah, 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 blah. And Jayla says something really poignant about Slim. She's like, she came here knowing what the circumstances was, and she couldn't rise to the occasion. And I'm like, Kind of, yeah. I mean, it's true. It's true. Like, Slim, you agreed to be her assistant. She even told you beforehand, if you're not going to be her assistant, you need to leave. And you got mad when you were getting treated like an assistant and, you didn't fulfill your end of the bargain. Now, I'm not saying that, means you deserve to get bullied and ganged up on, but you agreed to the terms and conditions, honey. So then, they start talking about where Ivory is. Ivory is at court, but Stewie's talking about how she has a crush on her, and I'm like, oh, okay, okay. But Chin Chet does say she'll be back tomorrow, and in the preview for the next episode, we do see Ivory return. Natalie then says that they're also going to be going to Hawaii, but one of the girls is not going to be going there with them. And I'm like, oh, not another elimination ceremony. Okay. Not elimination ceremony. I'm acting like this is Erica Betta's show. No, just an elimination. So then Cisco asks Natalie, like, what does it take for a girl to make it on a baddies trip? Anna says something funny. She's like, not pissing on planes. and that is a reference to Summer because she has been pissing on the bus, okay, on the bus. And Summer bends over and says, bitch, eat my dust, okay? And then the main concubine, Scotty the Body, says, someone who needs to keep her mouth shut, and then looks over at Summer. And then Summer bends over again and is like, someone needs to keep their pussy open. And they're like, girls, shut up, shut up. We ain't selling no pussy in Hawaii. And then Natalie asks the girls, raise your hand if you like Summer. And as you can see, Natalie, Tinkerbella, Jaden kind of, Big Lex. But as you notice, Jazz is not raising her hand, honey. She's not raising her hand. And Natalie asks Jazz, like, what the problem is with her and Summer. And Jasmine is like, I don't care for her, okay? And then Summer's like, bitch, I don't care about that hefty trash bag you got on you. And I'm like, girl, this look good. This leather jacket, jumpsuit, whatever, it looked good, honey. I like what Jazz has on. So then they start going back and forth. Summer calls her a Mr. Potato Head. Everybody goes crazy about that, apparently, because that was so funny. And I'm like, I guess. So then Natalie says to Jazz and Summer, look, if y'all can't come to an agreement before Hawaii, one of y'all hoes is going home. And honestly, I feel like Natalie was kind of soft telling Jazz that, bitch, you're going to be eliminated. Because there's no way in hell Zeus is going to get rid of Summer. She's added way too much drama, way too much drama. And we already see in the next episode, she's still there and she pops on Anita Big Mac in her motherfucking face. So then Natalie says, okay, we all need to work that shit out. But in the meantime, we have a special guest, okay? And everybody's faces are like they looking real nervous. Like, who the fuck is this bitch talking about? And Natalie says, it's Tommie. And there's just like this moment of silence, honey. I think everybody was kind of like, oh shit, oh shit. Because it is always some shit when it comes to Tommie. And it definitely was some shit this time. It was the top-notch shit. Like, this is shit we've never seen before on Baddies. But Biggie is excited, honey. She's like, oh, yes, Tommie's coming. Yep, ooh, ooh, ooh. Because, she loves Tommie and sucks Tommie's dirty drawers and her dirty tampons. But Biggie says she notices Akbar start taking off her shoes, okay? And she ends up standing up because she's ready. She's sitting already, or I guess standing already now. And I mean, hey, that's smart. If you know a bitch, you know that you don't like walking in the room, you better get ready. If they're static, stand up. And Tasiki makes a comment and says, oh, there's always drama with Tommie, and we're not even going to be able to go out with her probably because there's going to be a fight. And Tasiki was right. She was quiet and right this episode. And then the big back bison Rollie is saying, oh, here comes the Krakosaurus Rex. Here we go. It's about to be some shit. And then they're like, Akbar, did you hear about who's coming? She's like, yeah, now where is she? Where is she? She said it real calm, like real calm. I'm like, ooh, okay. So then Akbar starts going on a spiel talking about, look, like, I'm not really, looking for a fight like that, but if she want to fight, we can get down. I'm not even on that type of energy right now, but it is what it is. Tinkerbella says that she has static with Tommie because of what she said about her during the Baddies Caribbean reunion. And they did a flashback to what the supposed insult was. And Tommie was basically just telling Meatball, like, to not crash out over this bitch, which is that bitch right there, Tinkerbella. So Tinkerbella took that and ran with it. And I'm like, girl, you just want camera time. You wanna fight, the A-list baddie, okay, so you can get some clout and come back for Baddies Africa. I see you. It is a good strategy, but it got your ass popped. And she's like, yeah, I usually respect all my elders, but, when you start making jokes and shit, it's just, I'm not with that. And then she says, that was my same issue with Akbar. And Akbar's like, what? And then Tinkerbell's like, yeah, you were talking to me crazy like you were my mom a couple days ago. And they cut back to when, Tinka and Akbar were going at it. They do a flashback. True T, I don't think Akbar was talking all type of disrespectful to Tinka. I think she was just, saying what she said. Tinka got really upset, okay? She was basically like, shut up, Akbar! Shut up, shut up! Like, Tinka was talking to Akbar like she was the mom. So they start going back and forth, honey. They start going back and forth. It gets heated. Like, I thought they were about to fight. So then Rollie talks about her beef with Tommie, and they cut back to when those two fought at the Baddies Caribbean reunion, okay? And no lie, I kind of forgot about it. But the flashback shows, Rollie kind of getting at her. She wasn't really doing too much because the security was on they ass, honey. So, she just kind of ripped Tommie's wig, got a little few head shots in, and that's really about it. So then Tinkerbella and Akbar keep going back and forth. Tinkerbella ends up saying, like, look, if you don't fight Tommie, I'm fighting you. And I'm like, oh, okay. So then Akbar gets mad and walks off. And I'm like, bitch, where are you going? Where are you going? Is you scared of Tinkerbella? No lie, Tinkerbella can fight. Tinkerbella can really fight. I think people sleep on her fighting skills, but Tinkerbella can throw down, honey. Tinkerbella can throw down. So then, and this is where it gets really interesting, Natalie starts saying like, look, I don't have no beef with Tommie no more. We got over our issues. Well, actually, we just got over our issues. It's not technically totally resolved yet. But Rollie checks Natalie and is like, Natalie, you've been lacking, okay? You have not been standing on shit at all with Tommie. And Natalie's like, I've already fought her over and over and over again. I'm not about to fight her again. Like, da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. And then you got Scotty yapping in the background saying, yeah, no, she doesn't need to fight over and over again, da-da-da-da-da. But Rollie's like, bitch, shut up. You don't even fight at all, so why you talking? So then her and Rollie go back and forth, and I'm like, yes, Rollie, yes, give them hoes the business. Give these OGs the motherfucking business. Because True T, you can say whatever you want to say about Rollie. She still gets in the paint, even though she's an OG. Like, she has a stank-ass, superior-ass attitude, but she will still fight. She fought Diamond this season so far. She fought Slim. And I think those are the two that she's fought this season so far. Yeah, Natalie ain't fought nobody, and Scotty fought Emma, which, I mean, that's really about it. But that was like during the first, like, 2 episodes. We all the way towards the end of the season near the reunion, and you ain't gotten in one more fight. So, shh, Scotty, shh. So Scotty is in the confessionals like, Rollie, cut it. She can't even say nothing back because what Rollie said was right. And she don't want no problems with Rollie because she knows Rollie will dog walk her. All I gotta say, Scotty, is you lucky that Lemmy has a penchant for you, okay? Lemmy is infatuated with you, all right? And you suck at me, do the splits on this, and that's why you on the motherfucking show. You safe, ho. You safe. So then Rollie puts her attention back on Natalie and is like, girl, you never even confronted that bitch for all the shit that she said about you and your family. Which is kind of true. No, they fought on Baddies Caribbean last season. The thing is, I feel like I'm on Team Natalie with this. Natalie has fought with Tommie, and they made back cool on Baddies Caribbean. So, I mean, the beef is over between them. So, I don't know why Rollie wants Natalie to keep fighting her. That was kind of weird. So then Akbar comes walking back to the house meeting, and they're like, what's wrong, Akbar? Are you okay? She's like, yeah, I'm okay. I just can't be having that type of energy around me right now. And I'm like, well, bitch, you're coming back to the bad energy because you know Tommie's going to be there. So then they cut to Tommie's car rolling in, honey, her stepping out, all right? We see her with her outfit, honey. She got the shoes. Okay, it's giving couture. We see her little bunny with a gun sticking out, okay? So she's ready, honey. She's ready. So then Natalie starts going off on Biggie saying like, oh, you've been talking shit on the gram saying, oh, you can't wait for Tommie to come so she can fight me and Akbar, da-da-da-da. And Biggie's like, yeah, because we were beefing at that time and shit. And I'm like, I mean, that would make sense, but Natalie feels like that's pump faking pussy. And I'm like, well, yeah, it's Biggie. Of course it's pump faking pussy. Duh. Biggie doesn't understand why Natalie is coming at her with the energy, but not Rollie, who checked her. And she's like, because she knows that Rollie will beat her ass. And I'm like, yeah, probably. Well, maybe if you stood up for yourself, Biggie, maybe people wouldn't come at you. Just food for thought. So then other people start saying their little shit. Jaden starts talking shit to Biggie, yada, yada, yada. And Tasiki, Biggie's bodyguard, comes, near Biggie and is like, don't put a target on her back. Don't put a target on her back. I'm like, girl, sit down. Why you keep defending that big Pumbaa looking hoe? So then Timmy Tom walks in, honey. She gives Jaden a hug, okay? And she ends up giving a few other people some hugs. And she comes bearing gifts, okay? Apparently it was a bunch of weed, because that's what Jazz said, okay? And she was like, shit, Tommie all right with me? She bringing weed? Let's go, let's go. So then Tommie says, what's up, Akbar? Akbar's like, I'm good. Like, she puts her hands out like, bitch, keep your distance, keep your distance. So then Akbar just gets down to business and tells Tommie like what her issue is with her. So apparently the last time they seen each other was at the Super Bowl, okay? And they were supposed to be cool, but there was a conversation that was had between Tommie and her that didn't really go well. And then she brings up, that episode they had at the conversation, okay? Now, I don't know if you guys seen the conversation with Akbar and Tommie. Like, that shit was chaotic as fuck. Tommie ended up throwing a damn lamp at Akbar, but security caught it or whatever. Akbar was like, bitch, you don't have to throw anything like that. That was really fucked up. That's weird. Like, what's wrong with you? Tommie was basically saying like she had a lot of stuff going on personally during the time, things as such as a bunch of excuses. But during the whole conversation, Natalie is just cracking up, honey. She is laughing like no other. She is really getting a kick out of this. And Tommie looks at Natalie and is like, Natalie, we're trying to have a real conversation. Please stop laughing, okay? And then Akbar has the nerve to do a prayer, honey. I'm like, girl, what the fuck? She's praying to God, Father, Jesus, talking about, oh, I hope it can be peaceful. It can be peaceful. Well, God did not answer that prayer, okay? Because it wasn't peaceful. It wasn't peaceful at all. And Natalie is just cracking up during the prayer. Natalie is like living for this drama, honey. Natalie thrives off drama. She literally thrives off drama. Kind of like me. So after the prayer, Akbar is like, go ahead. And Tommie's like, you don't know me. And then Akbar's like, you don't know me. So then Tommie starts bringing up another issue with Akbar. Apparently they had an altercation at a recording studio. There were some words exchanged and there was a fight, okay? Akbar says Tommie ended up on the floor. And Tommie was like, on the floor where, bitch? We were not on the floor. We were not on the floor. And Akbar was like, see, this bitch was caught in a lie because on Instagram, apparently Tommie had said like, oh, we never fought. But now Tommie is acknowledging that they did fight and she didn't end up on the floor. Oh, Tommie, you might have told on yourself there. You might have told on yourself. So then Akbar is like, do you want to apologize? And Tommie's like, what? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? And then Tommie is about to walk off. She's like, I can't do this. This shit is so corny, bro. This shit is so motherfucking corny. Then she turns around and her and Akbar just keep going back and forth. It's like la 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 la. So then Rollie weighs in and is like, bitch, you're just here because you need a check, honey. You're just here because you need a check. So they start going back and forth and Rollie's like, bitch, the last time I saw you, I had your wig in my hand. And I'm like, ooh, that's true. That's true. Tommie's like, what did you do? What did you do? Basically saying like, that's all she did was pull a wig. She didn't do nothing else. Which Tommie is right. There really was no other damage during that fight. And then Rollie says, bitch, she can't fight. That's why she always got to come with protection. And I'm like, oh, that is a foreshadow, honey. That is a foreshadow. So then Akbar and Rollie start, tag teaming Tommie with the insults saying, bitch, you need rehab. Bitch, you need mental health services. And Rollie says, bitch, you need to dissolve those fillers in your lips because it's creeping up. And I'm like, what? Oh my God. And then they do a close-up shot of her lips, honey. And I'm like, her lips look fine to me. I don't think they're like creeping up like that. Maybe. Did you think they were creeping up and she needs to get them resolved? Or is Rollie just a jealous, hating ass big bitch? So then Tommie starts walking towards Rollie, okay? And Rollie stands the fuck up being like, bitch, if you walk up over here, I'm gonna knock your head off. So then after they're going back and forth, just trading insults, Natalie's like, okay, so we cool. Tommie's like, I'm cool. But Tinkerbell is like, I'm not cool. And she brings up, the whole comments that Tommie made during the reunion to Meatball, which, like I said, it wasn't even like an insult. She didn't even bring up your name. Like I said, you just wanted a moment with Tommie. Okay, I mean, it's a good strategy, like I had said. So they start popping it, going back and forth. Akbar is to the side of Tommie, popping it as well with her. And Akbar's getting closer, baby. Akbar's getting closer. And then Tinkerbella stands up and starts taking off her earrings. But then Tommie pulls out her little toy hoodie and she fires about 5 fucking shots on them hoes. She said, bop, 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 bop.
Say hello to my little friend.
And as you can see, Akbar runs for the hills, honey. She runs for the hills. The hills are alive with the sound of music. Oh. And then you see Rollie and Tinkerbella like, they all scrunching up, they scrunching up. Rollie runs, honey. Rollie runs. But Tinkerbella, she stays. She's like, she don't run. She stays right there. I'm like, oh my God. So then security comes and stops Tommie and takes her BB gun away. All right. Look at Pat Dolly's face. Pat Dolly's like, what the fuck? And then you see the rest of the girls are in disarray. I mean, Jayla and Natalie, they done tip over their damn chair. Okay, they in the bushes. I said, oh my God. Tinkerbella is mad as fuck. She comes running after Tommie, okay? Which is completely understandable. She's trying, but security is just stopping her, honey. They're stopping her. Then they cut to Rollie going off and is like, nah, bitch, nah. I need to get her. I need to get her. That's some bullshit. Nah, let me go, security. Let me go. And then they cut back to Tinkerbella going off some more. But she was eventually able to get to Tommie, honey. Let's see who won this motherfucker. Ooh. Oh, okay. No lie. Tinkerbella was getting at her at first, but then security quickly swoops in, okay? And in my opinion, protects Tommie, all right? Tommie has Tinkerbella's hair and is not letting go. And Tommie is just talking her shit. She's like, this what you want? This what you want? This what you want? And while that's all happening, Tinkerbella's in the confessionals basically calling Akbar a punk, okay, for running away. And Zeus is so petty, they do a slow motion, multi-angle shot of Akbar running away, honey. Like, they did a reverse, playback. I said, damn, Zeus, you so shady. But no lie, I mean, what would any normal person do? I mean, if somebody pulls out something that looks like a gun, are you just gonna stand there? I would run too. I'm not gonna fault Akbar for running, and she probably has PTSD from the other time she got shot. So then, once Tommie lets go of her hair and they get separated, Tinkerbella is still trying to get at Tommie. She's still trying to get at Tommie, all right? And Tommie's just surrounded by security, looking around, whatever, with half of her wig gone, okay? Anna's like, that bitch is psycho, but why that gun pop like 5 times, She's like, I know it's not funny, but I'm from the hood. So then Rolethia is allowed back into the house, honey, and she's looking for Tommie, she's looking fur. And she's going off at security for not letting her find Tommie. So Rollie ends up picking up a chair and throwing it, and it hits Nunu on the head. I'm like, damn, what did Nunu do? I think she was trying to get at security, though, because she was mad at them for not letting her get to Tommie. And everybody's like, what the fuck? And that is how the episode ends. Now, in the next episode, we see Rollie continue to go off, honey. And then Natalie confronts Biggie talking about, you play a lot of games. That's your bitch. And then, Biggie, of course, being a coward, is like, oh, she's crazy, man. You know she's crazy. And then, they do their booking in St. Louis, whatever. And then Scotty tells Natalie and Jayla that Tink and Rollie are upset with them because apparently, they were laughing during the whole situation or whatever. And Natalie's like, it must have been funny. That's why I was laughing. And I'm like, damn, Natalie, would you be laughing if it was you that got popped? Then they get to Hawaii, honey. And then Tinka and Rollie confront Natalie about the whole laughing during the Tommie thing and for going out that same night when they weren't allowed to go out. And then we have Scotty and Summer going back and forth. And then Summer also gets into it with Anna. And Summer pops the fuck out of Ananita Big Mac. And I had to get up out my seat for Summer. I cannot wait to motherfucking see that. But I want to know what you guys think, and this is the video the YouTube algorithm thinks you should watch next.